welcome back to my channel, Rider X Garage. So, this is the Benelli TNT 150i 2026A, Benelli's latest offering in the entry-level Street Fighter segment. And let's just say, for a 150cc bike, it's got a whole lot more attitude than you'd expect. Today, we're diving deep into everything this new model has to offer: its looks, performance, comfort, and whether it's worth your money in 2026. Right off the bat, just looking at it, you know Benelli wasn't playing it safe with the design. This is one aggressive-looking machine. The front end is sharp and sporty, with that signature naked bike styling. You get a full LED headlamp now with a more angular design that really adds to the street presence. The DRLs are brighter and better positioned than last year's version, making sure you're seen in traffic while also looking seriously cool. The compact fly screen above the headlamp ties the design together and gives it a sporty finish. The gold-colored upside-down forks, yeah, they're not just functional, they add a premium touch that sets it apart in this segment. Move around to the side and you'll notice how muscular the TNT 150i looks for a small displacement bike. The fuel tank is sculpted aggressively with sharp knee recesses that make you feel locked in when you're riding. The exposed trellis frame in ridden, it's not just for aesthetics, so it's a signature Benelli design choice that gives the bike character and a sturdy feel. The seat height is balanced, not too high, which makes it beginner-friendly but still offers enough ground clearance to take on urban bumps and occasional rough roads. From the side profile, the overall balance and symmetry of the bike are impressive. The engine is neatly integrated, the radiator has a protective mesh, and the underbelly exhaust gives it that compact, tucked-in look. There's a split seat setup now, and while the pillion seat is on the slimmer side, the rider's seat is comfortable enough for longer rides. The alloy wheels get a new design for 2026 and the tank decals have been slightly refreshed for a more modern, edgy feel. Now let's take a look at the rear. The taillight is now sleeker and sharper than the outgoing model, again full LED, and it complements the aggressive design language throughout. The turn indicators are slim but visible, and the rear hugger fender does its job without looking too bulky. You also get a more refined-looking rear grab rail, which is a good mix of function and style. The license plate holder has been repositioned slightly lower to clean up the tails section. But good looks only take a bike so far. What really matters is how it performs on the road. And here's where the TNT 150i 2026 surprises you in the best way. It's powered by a refined 149cc single-cylinder, 4-stroke engine. Now, the power figures aren't going to blow you away. On paper, around 13 horsepower and 12.5 newton meters of torque here, but on the road, it's surprisingly peppy. The throttle response is smooth, and the mid-range is where the bike feels most alive. It's perfect for city rides, quick overtakes, and even some short highway runs if you're feeling adventurous. The 5-speed gearbox is slick and well matched to the engine's character. Gear shifts are smooth, and the clutch is light, making it a joy to ride in stop-and-go traffic. The engine note is that classic Benelli rasp, it's deeper and throatier than what you'd expect from a 150cc, and it definitely turns heads when you rev it up. Suspension-wise, you get upside-down forks at the front and a monoshock at the rear, both of which are tuned more towards comfort but still hold up well during spirited cornering. The bike feels planted and stable, even at higher speeds, and the wide handlebar gives you great control. Braking is handled by a front disc with a dual piston caliper and a rear disc as well. In this version, Benelli has also added single-channel ABS as standard, which is a much welcome safety feature and helps during emergency stops, especially on wet roads. The TNT 150i is also relatively lightweight, which makes it super nimble in city traffic. Handling is one of its strong points, so you can flick it through tight gaps and twisty roads without breaking a sweat. And while it's clearly tuned for city fun, it doesn't feel completely out of place on open roads either. Now let's talk about the instrument cluster. You get a fully digital display this time, with better visibility under direct sunlight, which was a known issue in earlier models. The layout is cleaner. It shows your speed, RPM, fuel level, gear position, trip meters, and more. There's no Bluetooth connectivity or turn-by-turn navigation just yet, but for a 150cc bike, this console does what it needs to without trying to be overly complicated. In terms of fuel economy, the TNT 150i gives you around 40 to 45 kilometers per liter depending on how hard you ride it. Not class leading, but decent considering the weight and performance orientation of the bike. The 13.5-liter fuel tank means fewer trips to the fuel station, which is always a plus. As for the pricing, Benelli has kept things fairly competitive. Depending on the market, you're looking at somewhere around $2,200 to US $2,400 equivalent, which puts it right in the range of other premium 150cc bikes. In markets like Southeast Asia and Latin America, where Benelli has a strong following, this price point makes it a very tempting option for someone looking for style, a bit of brand legacy, and solid street performance without going overboard. So what's the verdict on the Benelli TNT 150i 2026? Well, it's definitely not just another commuter bike. It's for someone who wants something different, something with character. You're getting Italian design DNA, a growly exhaust note, a solid chassis, and respectable everyday performance, all in a package that turns heads wherever it goes. If you're stepping up from a 125cc or looking for your first real motorcycle that's not boring or generic, this is definitely worth a test ride. It may not be the fastest 150 on the road, but it sure knows how to make a statement. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your questions or thoughts about the TNT 150i in the comments below. I'll catch you in the next near. Until then, ride safe and ride smart.